You're now listening to the best radio station in the world. Rise Up Worldwide Radio.
In my pursuit to go, yeah, for new levels I reach. Aim for the sky, don't settle for less. Realize that you are the best, so aim high. In my pursuit to go, yeah, for new levels I reach. In my pursuit for a higher level, I'm here to break up new ground. I need the shovel. See, I'm an unearthed gemstones and precious metals. I boil it like hot water, baby. I need the kettle. And now the whistle's blowing, that means I'm really flowing. You can't get over me, big homie, cause I've been knowing. See, I can see your little beady eyes plotting, no. You can get sliced and served up like by the nose. So I'ma watch the dome, but I ain't talking about the rock. See, you acquire haters when you aim for the top. I hope I inspire so you can aspire to a level higher than you have ever desired. When you want to be the best, you have to shoot for the moon. Cause even if you miss, you still the best in the room. Why? Cause you're amongst the stars. You have raised the bar. No longer will you settle for par. In my pursuit to go, yeah, for new levels I reach. Aim for the sky, don't settle for less. Realize that you are the best, so aim high. In my pursuit to go, yeah, for new levels I reach.
Y'all know what it is. What's up, family? Welcome to episode number 276. Y'all know how we do, man. We making things rock for you. I'm your boy, Joe Boss. Follow me at Joe Boss Radio. I got my brother, my chef, my guy, Chef Rock. What's good, bro?
What's up? What's up, family? What's going on?
It's good to see you, man. As I said, good to be seen.
Hey, man, good to be seen.
Good to be seen. Good to be seen and not viewed.
That's what I'm talking about.
Sure. That's the truth. 100% true.
The whole truth. 100% true. Yeah. A lot of people being viewed, man.
I know that's right. Man, so listen, I'm good, man. This episode, I'm excited because we got a lot of things going on. We're going to be talking about Will Smith's apology to Chris Rock, to fans, and to the Oscars. We're going to talk about that. We also are going to talk about Billionaire Bob Johnson is asking for reparations for African Americans.
Yeah.
And caused a bit of a stir, being that he's a billionaire. But is he wrong, though? Is he? You know what I mean?
Nah, not at all.
You know, so, you know, it's one of those things where it's almost a catch-22. Like you're doing well, you made a name for yourself, and now you're trying to reach back and help everybody else. But the first thing people are going to say is, well, you're already a billionaire. You don't need the money. What does that got to do with the price of tea in China?
Exactly.
Salute, Darnell.
Exactly.
Good to see you, brother. Listen, man, I appreciate everybody rocking with us, man. We are simulcasting on 3 channels now on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. I just found out we could do that. I didn't even know we could do that. But we've been rocking out. We've been rocking out for a little bit now, and I'm telling y'all, man, it's gonna be fun. Now, Facebook, they have some other stuff. You know, they be trying to cut the show off about 3/4 of the way through. We get to about an hour and 20 minutes, and then all of a sudden, the feed just gets shut down. So if that happens,
yeah. I mean, you know what?
keep rocking with us.
I think Facebook man, it's good for minimum live streaming.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Facebook, the platform wasn't necessarily built for video streaming. Um,
I
you
think
know
it's
what
the
I
I
mean?
think
So
it's
the
because we play
capability
music.
of it.
I think that's what it is.
I mean that too, but technically, Facebook was Instagram. You know what I mean? It was just a social media thing. The difference is Instagram, their platform was built with a video streaming quote unquote aspect to it. So
Yeah,
trying to Facebook after all the years it's been built on, it's like trying to put videos, trying to record videos on a Black Planet.
yeah, yeah. Listen, Black, don't be hating, no Black. I mean, I know you ain't, but Black Planet was that joint back in the day. Listen, Planet was the original social media channel that everybody was on. I'm talking about you. People didn't even have websites; they just had Black Planets.
Yeah, what? When we was in college?
Yeah, yep. We telling our age now, huh? Listen, big shout to my man DJ Lost and Found. I'm proud to say that I got some exclusive music from his new album, Sisura, and woo,
Bruh,
the joint is front to back official.
bruh. Listen, Bodega Bay, I like that joint.
Yeah,
I like that
yeah,
joint. That joint so New York.
right, right.
That joint so New York.
It really is. It really is. It feel like you in like Spanish Harlem or the Bronx, and you just like hanging out at the Poppy store, and you just you know no, what was that movie? It was a musical. It feel like the hip hop version of a West Side Story.
Right.
That's what it is. He
That's
done
my
put
joint
together
though. That's
a
my joint.
West Side Story in hip hop version, man. I love it. The joint is dope. So big shout to
Shout
him. We
out to
gonna get
CC. That's my family.
Oh, what's good, CC?
Appreciate you for
Appreciate you
tuning
tuning
in.
in. Yeah, definitely appreciate you tuning in. Listen, share the feed. Share the feed. Appreciate you. But listen, family, we got a lot to get into this episode. Also, we do have to pay honor and respects to two people. Unfortunately, we had two people in the Black community that passed away this past weekend that were both pillars and trailblazers. First, we had Bill Russell, Celtic legend, 11-time NBA champion. Bill Russell. Um, yeah, I don't care what you say. To win 11 championships and they won 8 in a row. Listen, I didn't even realize that. You can't talk about Jordan the greatest, and he did that.
Right.
8 in a row.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And then
Humble man.
Yeah.
Man. Like you hear stories about everybody, but you don't hear no wild stories about him. Very humble man. Rest in peace.
That's what's up. Yeah, that exactly. I gotta give love and respect to that. Also, we gotta give respect to Nichelle Nichols. She played Lieutenant Uhura on Star Trek, and that was a trailblazing role as well, to have an educated Black woman in a prominent position on a show like that. Was amazing. Amazing. She She really opened up the doors for a lot, just a lot of us to be um, on television, man. So definitely got a big shout to her, man. We appreciate y'all, man. We appreciate the trailblazers in the community because without them, there'd be no us. Somebody trailblazed radio, somebody trailblazed television, somebody trailblazed sports. All these trailblazers, man. We gotta give much love and respect to because truthfully, at the end of the day, we wouldn't be able to do it without them. We
Absolutely.
really wouldn't be able to do it without them. So, in any case, listen, we're gonna get into some music, man. I'm excited to get
Yes,
into
sir.
music. I'm gonna just warm y'all up with some lists. DJ Lost and Found is heavily thought about in this show, right? Because if it ain't his music directly, we definitely coming off of his playlist that he so masterfully put together. You need to go check it out. It's on Spotify.
Yes, sir.
The Christian hip
Shout
hop,
out to the bro.
and we're gonna get into some of his music, which I got some exclusives. DJ Privilege, and that's my boy Privilege as well. So y'all know what it is. All right, you know what it is, man. Rise Up Worldwide. We're gonna get into this track from my man SO. You know what I mean? It's called Peace of Mind. Stay tuned, stay blessed.
Yeah. Daddy. Daddy. Hey, Daddy.
I gotta open up doors, shedding light to my source. All this talk, I can leave it now, put it on the floor. Lord knows I need peace of mind deep down in my core. Lord knows that I think I'm fine, but I know I need more. You would never believe what I seen in my dreams. All the things I've achieved, it don't mean nothing if you can't sleep. Lord knows I need peace of mind deep down in my core. Lord knows that I think I'm fine, but I know I need more. Oh yeah, I know I need more. Yeah. I put my hope in a savior, bro, ain't looking for favors. But still I'm anxious, deadly thoughts, some things still dangerous. Say, how do you sleep at night when you can't face it? You need changes, but you can't see none, just to rerun different flavors. Yeah, I cried when the Reaper came and shed a tear when my daughter's born. Control my thoughts, cause my death was all I saw. They won't rest till I hold this corn right to my head, but look what that brought. Dad's not here no more, and my wife laid on that floor, but I won't give him no reason. I gotta live this season. I'm a child of Augustine, but when I look back, I'm disgusted. I can't believe I didn't want my daughter. Now I smile when she gets brought up. Some friends can't have it, you, and I didn't want mine. Let's cry and ball up. I still pray for my doggy. Tell my wifey I'm sorry. I just wanna be godly. That was me being heartless. I just wanna be hearty. I just wanna have peace in these. So can a brother believe? I just wanna be free from these. So can a brother have peace? I gotta open Lord, up doors, shedding light to my source. All this talk, I can leave it now. Put it on the floor. Lord knows I need peace of mind deep down in my core. Lord knows that I think I'm fine, but I know I need more. You would never believe what I seen in my dreams. All the things I've achieved, it don't mean nothing if you can't sleep. Lord knows I need peace of mind deep down in my core. Lord knows that I think I'm fine, but I know I need more. Oh yeah, I know I need more. Yeah, I put my hope in a savior, bro, ain't looking for much. Except the ones I love stay safe and don't get touched. Man, how many times did I pray that rush, but God still came back clutch. I can't say I did take that nudge, but still act like it ain't that such. Hard to hear in my one appearance is cool, but in the darkness I'm fearing. Late at night when I'm tearing, asking where am I veering off. All my friends disappearing. One died, I can't bear his loss. On my phone every night, I search his name just to hear his love. I did that for some weeks, bruv. Trust me, I couldn't sleep much. How you rest when he invested in you, and now he can't speak up. Lord knows we need you, come lead us. If not, it's bigger than seekers. Used to walk with elegant features, now we're meager, living with neither. Ooh, my this season. Lord, what's the reason? Is it so I can trust you more? I hope for sure, but Lord, I just wanna have peace indeed. But can a brother believe? I just wanna be free from these. Or can a brother have peace? I gotta open up doors, Shedding light to my sauce. All this talk, I can leave it now. Put it all on the floor. Lord knows I need peace of mind deep down in my core. Lord knows that I think I'm fine, but I know I need more. You would never believe what I seen in my dreams. All the things I've achieved, it don't mean nothing if you can't sleep. Lord knows I need peace of mind deep down in my core. Lord knows that I think I'm fine, but I know I need more. Oh yeah, I know I need more. I just need you to empathize. Feel that hurt and pain in my eyes. Through it all, thank God I'm alive. Through it all, thank God I'm alive. Even still, I just need you to empathize. Feel that hurt and pain in my eyes. Through it all, thank God I'm alive. Through it all, thank God I'm alive. Even still, I just need you to empathize. This be the anthem. Ring the alarm now. We be the lantern. Pray them pattern like. I might just speak about Christ cause I can and I will. Then tell a man I love Jesus, that's how I feel. But that doesn't mean that I don't see dark days and mornings. Heavy in the heart with a knot in my stomach, anxious, then stepping in caution. Did it feel awesome? 9 a.m. on a Monday calling. Reluctantly answer, I just need you to empathize. Feel that hurt and pain in my eyes. Through it all, thank God I'm alive. Through it all, thank God I'm alive. Even still, I just need you to empathize. Feel that hurt and pain in my eyes. Through it all, thank God I'm alive. Through it all, thank God I'm alive. Even still, I just need you to empathize. What about she? With a body this small for ya? Solely Deo Gloria. Part of the facade, fingers down her throat, Saturday euphoria. Lives for the weekend, ASOS queen, pretty little thing. Context over the cornea, pretense, nothing I find cornea. IG quote, straight for the caption, no new friends, hates being alone. Celebrate celibacy, but couldn't be hornier. Wrapped every night like a tortilla, but she did it for the love. Now hates herself. Wrist slit for the cut, I just need you to empathize. Feel that hurt and pain in my eyes. Through it all, thank God I'm alive. Through it all, thank God I'm alive. Even still, I just need you to empathize. Feel that hurt and pain in my eyes. Through it all, thank God I'm alive. Through it all, thank God I'm alive. Even still, I just need you to empathize. Feel that hurt and pain in my eyes. Through it all, thank God I'm alive. Through it all, thank God I'm alive. Even still, I just need you to see another brother in the trap house. Looking for something.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Akeem here.
Making every day to the day count. Can you blame them for bad boy schemes? Feel neglected by boroughs and teams of politicians who will not listen to citizens who still sit on dreams. I can see the ends in the end game. If I spend time, then I want change. Never judge a man for the hustle he made. Bested steak in the beef for the food on the plate. No vegan taste, I just need you to empathize.
Yeah, you know what it is. Rise Up Worldwide in the building, man. We making things happen over here. Had to bless y'all with some music from across the pond. The first track was SO. The track was called Peace of Mind. And after that, we had Empathize by Low. Hope y'all enjoying this music, man. We making things happen. Chef, man, they in the comments ordering your book, bro. How you feel about that?
Hey man, it's a blessing, man. It's a good book. Like it's a really good book. And I'm not just saying it because I wrote it. Like it's a really good book. Even when I'm reading it, I'm like, wait, I wrote this. But very informative. So I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed, bro. I'm blessed. I'm I'm actually working on something else. I'm working on another book as we speak. Um,
Nice.
it's not in the trilogy of the books as with this one. It's a book on the outside, but I felt um, just prayer and just talking to God. I felt the need to get ready to put this book out sooner rather than later. So I'm working on it now. I think it's gonna be an eye opener. I think it's gonna be an eye opener, and I'm excited.
So wait, is this going to be a second book?
It will be a second book, but it will not be a part of the series.
Okay.
But it'll be my second book. Yes. So listen, get the book, man. Adam, where art thou? Get the book.
Yes. Adam, where?
Amazon.
Wow.
You can't find it. Put my name up there. Charlie J. Colston Jr. Author. Yes. Praise God.
I know that's right, man. Listen, I mean, at the end of the day, bro, like you out here making things happen. You creating a book to help people. The second book, what is it going to be about?
So the second book, I'm going to deal with something that people like you and I have fallen in love with from a young age. It's going to be about music. It's going to be about music and the weight, the power of music. I don't want to give away too much, but it's going to be good. It's going to be good.
Yeah. That's crazy, man. Got people out here ordering the book. Big shouts to Larry Patterson. I see you. Yeah. But listen, man. I have the video queued up to talk about Will Smith's apology, right? I'm hesitant to play it only because I know there's some language in there, but at the same time, you know, it's a catch-22. Like people need to hear it, but at the same time, actually, you know what? I'm gonna let y'all go. I'm not trying to get sued by YouTube or Will Smith. I got it queued, but then I'm like, let's not get sued, right? But let's talk about it though.
Yeah, let's use wisdom on it.
So
let's talk about it.
In the video, right? Will Smith comes in there. He looks like when you first see the video. My thing is, he looks like he's already been through it for the day. Like he's already looked like he was crying or whatever he was going through. He was going through, right? And then for whatever reason, he gets on the microphone, and it looked like he's reading questions, like pre-written questions that people would ask him, or I guess his team put together, and he's basically answering the questions. He apologized to Chris Rock. He mentioned that he's reached out personally to Chris Rock, but Chris Rock has not responded, saying that he's not ready to talk about it. He apologized to Tony Rock, which is Chris Rock's brother, because he said him and Tony Rock were actually very, very close. He apologized to the Oscars. He apologized to Questlove. It happened right before the Questlove was to win his Oscar award. And then he apologized to the fans, the people that have been following and support. Yeah. Oh, thank you, DJ Lost and Found. He just informed me that it's fair use law. You can play it as long as you provide commentary. Okay. All right. And the next segment, I'll play it for you guys in a few. But as I'm listening to it, right, it's, to me, one of the things that people are saying the most is that it doesn't seem genuine, or why did he take so long to apologize? Why did he, why do it now? This is just a publicity stunt. And honestly, the way people are reacting to things nowadays is highly disappointing. I'm disappointed in the way they're responding to Will Smith. I'm disappointed in the way they're responding to Bishop. What's the name? The pastor that got robbed. I can't think of his name right now. It's like people are more worried about, with the pastor, for example, they're more worried about how much money he had beforehand than the fact that he had a gun put to his head and his family. And with Will Smith, people are more worried about how long it took him to apologize than the fact that he actually did. When the truth of the matter is, most of y'all need to go make some apologies to people y'all haven't spoken to in years. And we've all had that moment where we should have said apologize for something, or we've held grudges against something for a long time, and it was a lot longer than 3 months. So people act like celebrities are supposed to be perfect. They're not. They're just famous. It doesn't make them less human. But at the same time, my opinion is, and I know that my opinion is not the popular opinion, right? It is not the opinion officially of Rise Up Worldwide, but it's the opinion of Joe Ball, right? I felt like him slapping shouldn't have happened on the Oscars, and probably behind closed doors, right? I think if he'd have slapped a few people behind closed doors, we probably wouldn't have this conversation, right? But the fact that it happened so publicly is where the problem is. Notice, I don't think he was wrong for slapping him, because at the end of the day, you can't tell a man how he's supposed to defend the honor of his wife, especially when she's being basically dragged on national TV. Now, admittedly, everyone knows Chris Rock is a comedian. Chris Rock is a comedian. We get that. Did Will Smith take it too far? Maybe. But at the same time, he was defending his wife. I don't knock him in for doing that. I don't. How he did it, maybe you should have did it behind closed doors. We wouldn't even have this conversation right now. But at the same time, it is what it is. So, Chef, what is your opinion on that?
I think my opinion would probably be more unpopular than yours. I watched the apology video several times. I think it was far too structured. I think it was disingenuous. The only part that actually seemed genuine is when he began to apologize to Questlove, his fellow Philly native, where you can see, it looked like tears was welling up. The apology to Chris Rock, that part, it's entitled Apology. Will Smith apologizes to Chris Rock, but the majority of the apology went to Questlove and the Academy and the fans, and so it seemed like a more career-saving move than anything. Because guess what, man? Right or wrong, 5 months is an extensive time to take to apologize to somebody. Right. Because it took you claimed you was fogged out, but it didn't stop you from apologizing to the Academy that night. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so so his apology, it was trash to me. I'm just gonna be totally honest.
I get it.
Now, Chris Rock wasn't the first comedian to make a joke about Jada and it was very mild at that.
It
There's been
wasn't
some comedians that said some very harsh stuff about Jada
right.
that he hasn't even approached. And you can't tell me y'all ain't been in the same arena, in the same area many times over. So I think it was a cowardice move because the fact of the matter is he wouldn't have smacked somebody behind closed doors because nobody wouldn't have been there to protect him. And he'd have had to see if his hands worked. So I mean, honestly, the conversation to me is just beating a dead horse. I think Will Smith has said some very low blowish jokes in his time coming up the ranks.
Right.
When he started Fresh Prince, did the Arsenio Hall show and everything. You know what I mean? And so what I'm saying is, for you to be a comedian and can't take a joke, maybe you were in the wrong profession. Now, prior to all of this, they saying it's bad blood all these years, but Jada was doing Chris Rock talk show when he had his talk show on HBO and laughing it up and laughing at jokes on Will's expense.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Right. And so what I'm saying is, I think all of it was just a disingenuous thing, and he did it more for his career than actually apologizing, because in his mind, he feels he did nothing wrong. Now, me personally, for a man to stand up for his wife, I have no issue with that. But make a stand for your wife all the time. Not just when it's beneficial for you. Because if a fight would have broken out, 99.9% of the time, he'd have got the best of Chris Rock. If Chris Rock would have punched him back.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But what about Corey Holcomb? You know, and some of these other comedians that made jokes, would you have slapped them? Because they made jokes and you haven't issued a statement to them. Not a tweet, not an Instagram post, you know what I mean? Not a Facebook post, not an email, not a phone call. So that's just, you know what I mean? That's just my personal opinion. It's not the opinion of Rise Up Worldwide. This is Chef Rob. Okay?
I hear you. I hear you. Listen, I'm gonna get into some music. When I come back, I'm gonna play the audio. I'm not gonna play the video. I'm not gonna play the video. I'm just gonna play the audio. And why are you laughing?
Play the video. Play the video. Play it. Let the people see it.
Listen. Y'all know what it is, man. Rise Up Worldwide. Huh? Go ahead.
I said play the video. We listen, man. We provide commentary. Shout out to DJ Laws and Found for the legal note.
I mean, he is over here giving us the legal advice, bro. I might hire you to be my lawyer and expert counsel on the matter, because he seemed to know all the goodness about it. And yeah. So listen, man, I've been talking to y'all about this for a hot little minute, right? Let's get into this Censura 2 by DJ Lost and Found. You know, I'm gonna give y'all the intro.
Hope a movement in the feet of the Savior, to carry his death chamber, that's so we could be neighbors. That's a moment in the monument for me to see greater. Things are on the way, anchored by his life and his labor. It's a guarantee, a marriage feast. Heaven is prepared for me, my therapy. You know my expectations on my next location, so my hope is not hinged to this simulation. So when I'm down bad, I still bounce back, cause I'm about that life, the proud path, get around that. Yikes. Humility is when you're really free. Lower than a centipede, that's how I really be. My life beat me down. It just pulls me closer to the solid ground, where relying on self is really not allowed. In the hands of the Father, the lost get found.
There are surely a bunch of particular things that you may sense God telling you to let go of. Arrogance, greed, isolation, apathy, whatever. But the primary thing God wants you to give up is your life.
it was yesterday. No matter how far I'll never stray. Nothing like you in the summer. So many claim that they love ya, but they don't know you like I know ya.
Looking at you, you are the greatest. Smile is the latest. Be like a big apple. Know that I'm a bite it. The taste is very savory, forever craving it. You're irreplaceable no matter where I choose to land. And when I left, I couldn't handle it. You keep me lit just like a candlestick and lighting me with info like a pamphlet. I learned so much from you, and that's the truth. I adore your initials and why. You're one of them ones, man. I could never dare to disrespect my lover. I'm a Rockefeller. I'll never forget you. That's why I said this acapella. You're so fly that many cameras stay flashing. You light up the floor, rocking them uptown classics. I love how you challenge me to shoot in baskets. Take me on a date to pizza stores that ain't average. You're all that in the bag of chips like bodegas. I'll rob you forever from beginning to omega.
Love is a game we play, hard to get away. In my heart you'll stay. I'll never forget the day, like it was yesterday. I'm who I am today.
Love was a game we played. Reminiscent walks through Central Park in sunny days. Reminiscent butter pecan ice cream was your fave. Waffle cone with it. Sugar rush sprinkles used to Harlem shake with it. You made my smile. Yankee fitted. White uptown. You love the style. No need to cry about it. Take a deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. Look, the lingo brought us close, your scenery brought us closer. Pictures at the garden, I blew it up on a poster. First kiss, 06 in the summer. Sounds something like this. Word of my mother had me tongue-tied, no lie. That's a fact at the Yankee game for Lee Charles. After that, your eyes taught me how to keep it thorough with you. So when I look down at my fingers, that's the boroughs of you. Love. I mean, need I say more? I mean, really, need I say more?
In my heart you'll stay. I'll never forget the days, like it was yesterday. I'm who I am today. Just one look, take your breath away. Remember like it was yesterday. No matter how far I'll never stray. Nothing like you in the summer. Too many claim that they love ya, but they don't know you like I know ya. Love is a game we play, hard to get away. In my heart you'll stay. I'll never forget the days, like it was yesterday. I'm who I am today. Just one look takes your breath away. Remember like it was yesterday. No matter how far I'll never stray. Nothing like you in the summer. Too many claim that they love ya, but they don't know you like I know ya.
Every time be a guy with a fun on. Big girl with the confidence fun on. In the life with the stress in the fun on.
See what you done for me. See as you set me free on. After Calvary, you still could take it on. This your love with energy. It better go payment you. This your love now remedy. Now your grace they cover me. And yeah, you give me a salvation. And yeah, you give me a salvation. And yeah, you give me a salvation. And yeah, you give me a salvation.
One time, girl with the confidence for heart. Every day be a guy with the fun on. Big girl with the confidence for heart. In the life with the stress in the fun on. Big girl with the confidence for heart. Every day be a guy with the fun on. Big girl with the confidence for heart. In the life with the stress in the fun on.
Oh, I'm alive. Lord, you giving me life, oh. It's a beautiful story. How you captured my heart. I can't explain the way I feel. No words to describe.
What you did on Calvary makes me wanna sing. Salvation, salvation. And you give me a salvation, salvation. And you give me a salvation, salvation. And you give me a salvation, salvation.
Big girl with the confidence for heart. Every day we get life with the for big girl with the confidence for heart. In my life with the stress for heart. Big girl with the confidence for heart. Every day we get life with the for heart. Big girl with the confidence for heart.
Y'all know what it is, man. Rise Up Worldwide. Listen, had to hit y'all with some dope joints, didn't I? Man, DJ Lost the Found out here not playing with y'all. Hold on, before we end up running it back. Listen, my man out here doing his thing. Man, so big shout to him. Big shout to everybody that's rocking with us right now. I'm gonna give a big shout out to my man, my cousin, Christopher Pastors. I see you locked in. Big C is in the building. And big shout to everybody that's tuned in, man. Make sure you share it on your timeline because we appreciate the love. And yeah, that's how we rocking with you, man. So listen, man. I got this queued up. I don't
comments real quick.
Say it again.
Let's get to these comments real quick before you put up. Because CC was like, Will Smith just took it out on Chris Rock because he got his wife out there. That's an embarrassment. Ayana said, I think Will let Jada get the best of him. He let her put his ego talking to Chris Rock in private.
Woo.
It's from the family.
I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play it, and we're gonna talk. You'll be talking through it, so I'm just letting y'all know.
Smith took to his YouTube channel to formally and publicly apologize to Chris Rock and his family.
Hold up. That's not the version I wanted to play. that was with somebody else's commentary. We definitely not doing that. So while I get that loaded up, because I'm definitely not gonna play somebody else's commentary on this show in regards to it. I'm definitely gonna go over and get to Will Smith's channel because at the end of the day, we want to hear
another comment.
Good morning, everyone.
I hate YouTube sometimes. You be trying to play stuff and it just throws 100 different videos out here. Listen, I'm just trying to find one video. Just one. And you want to throw me 17 advertisements. You want to throw me suggestions of 15 other things. Nah, let me just get to the one I'm looking for. You know the one I'm looking for. Stop playing. Anyway, while we get into that, I will say on another note that Will Smith's effort with the new Bel Air series, that joint is fire. I know I'm switching gears a little bit, but we still gonna talk about Will Smith. That joint is fire. How you feel about it?
Man, I like the show because it's a different take. It's a different take on the characters. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, Compton strung out.
Facts, bro. I ain't expected that. And Carlton ain't just the clown that we know him to be. Not that that it was a bad thing, but let's be real. Carlton was a little bit, corny, right? And then
it definitely added some depth to the characters.
Yeah, it did. So definitely,
especially Uncle Phil and G.
Right.
That was a twist I didn't expect.
Like Uncle Phil's an alpha. Wouldn't expect to see that. a lawyer running for office. You got, just like you said, Carlton strung out. You got Will Smith and Carlton going for the same girl. You got Ashley out here trying to be a video model and video thotting. Like, all right, so I found a good copy.
Lot going on.
Say again.
So there's a lot going on. Wait, Ashley's the baby sister. So Ashley is they got Ashley Vicarious.
Oh, right. So it's Vivian. That's what it was. It was Vivian.
No, Viv is the moms. Viv is the moms. They got her a little more depth because she do more than just stay at home. She's an artist.
Man, I ain't got nobody named right.
The butler, he's a gangster. He's a gangster.
For sure.
And they even gave Jazz. They gave him some more depth to his character.
It's Hillary.
Hillary.
That's
Yeah,
what it is.
Hillary is the naked chef.
The naked chef.
Yeah.
That's about right though.
Google Five.
It's a good series.
Yeah. It really is a good series though. It really is. And you know what though? Like, I will say that they did it right. So all right, so I'm gonna start playing this video. It opens up to commentary. It's been a minute over the last few months. I've been doing a lot of things. You've asked a lot of fair questions. And Will Smith is going to address it.
Why didn't you apologize to Chris in your acceptance speech? I was fogged out by that point. It's all fuzzy. I've reached out to Chris, and the message that came back is that he's not ready to talk, and when he is, he will reach out. So I will say to you, Chris, I apologize to you. My behavior was unacceptable, and I'm here whenever you're ready to talk. I want to apologize to Chris's mother. I saw an interview that Chris's mother did, and that was one of the things about that moment. I just didn't realize, and I wasn't thinking, but how many people got hurt in that moment. So I want to apologize to Chris's mother. I want to apologize to Chris's family, specifically Tony Rock. We had a great relationship. Tony Rock was my man. And this is probably irreparable. I spent the last 3 months replaying and understanding the nuances and the complexities of what happened in that moment. And I'm not going to try to unpack all of that right now, but I can say to all of you, there is no part of me that thinks that was the right way to behave in that moment. There's no part of me that thinks that's the optimal way to handle a feeling of disrespect or insults. After Jada rolled her eyes, did she tell you to do something? No. It's like, I made a choice on my own, from my own experiences, from my history with Chris. Jada had nothing to do with it. I'm sorry, babe. And say sorry to my kids and my family for the heat that I brought on all of us. To all my fellow nominees, You know, this is a community. It's like I won because you voted for me. And it really breaks my heart to have stolen and tarnished your moment. I can still see Questlove's eyes. You know, it happened on Questlove's award, and you know, it's like I'm sorry really isn't sufficient. What would you say to the people who looked up to you before the slap, or people who expressed that you let them down? So there's two things. One, disappointing people is my central trauma. I hate when I let people down. So it hurts. It hurts me psychologically and emotionally to know I didn't live up to people's image and impression of me. And the work I'm trying to do is I am deeply remorseful, and I'm trying to be remorseful without being ashamed of myself, right? I'm human, and I made a mistake, and I'm trying not to think of myself as a piece of shit. So I would say to those people, I know it was confusing. I know it was shocking. But I promise you, I am deeply devoted and committed to putting light and love and joy into the world. And, you know, if you hang on, I promise we'll be able to be friends again.
All right, so that's the apology video. If you haven't heard it, you have. Right? Now you have. So to me, I mean, honestly, I felt like it was genuine, right? That's coming from, to me, when I look at his body language, I look at the way he said it. Was it practice? Yeah, it was definitely practiced, right? But at the same time, you know, he addressed each and every person that could have been affected. He addressed Chris Rock first. He addressed Chris Rock's mother and family. He addressed the fans. He addressed Questlove. He addressed you know, the people who were big Will Smith's fans who were hurt by the situation. You know, listen, I know everybody don't have the same opinion, so I'm gonna open up the phone lines. If y'all want to call in, 516-418-RISE. And for those of you that have my number personally, you could just call me directly. But for those of you that don't, you can call this number 516-418-RISE, and we will get you on the line. You will have 1 minute to say what you got to say and keep it moving. All right. You got 1 minute to say whatever it is you want to say. But go ahead, Rock. You want to say something?
Yeah, so what I got out of that, let me make my 1 minute quick. So what I got out of that was
you part of the
like
show.
You heard
sir.
that laugh again when the question was asked about Jada.
Yeah.
He laughed. And that laugh to me was an acknowledgement of, yeah, I truly did let her actions put me into action. Two, he said he apologized to Chris and Chris's mom and Tony and Chris's family. I'm sorry, but when he talked about Questlove, he said that I'm sorry is not sufficient. So why is it sufficient for the man that you attacked, but not sufficient to someone that looked on? Now, as somebody that will adapt in using cameras and filming, I know different shots creates different effects. But we also got to keep in mind that Will Smith is A+ actor, right? Because the apologies to Questlove and his wife, I'm sorry, babe, and the kids and all that could have been done at home. This video wasn't for that. This video should have been for Chris Rock and his family, and let's say the fans. Okay, maybe you wanted to add fans in there. Okay, cool. But anybody else shouldn't have been added into that video because you have personal connections with them. You could have called and did that. Right? So when you look at it from that point of view, you look at it from that perspective, it's like, I'm quite sure he got Questlove's personal phone number. You could have had that conversation, your apology to your wife and your kids at home.
You know, I feel like if he hadn't apologized though, they would have tried to roast him for that.
But why? Why would they? Why? Because everybody who clicked on this was looking for his apology to Chris Rock and his family alone. They wasn't looking for any other apologies. Right? You see what I'm saying? And so I looked at, because when we're live and we have this counter. No, bro, we got a counter on screen. It was about 1 minute and 47 seconds of apology to Chris Rock's family. About a minute. I'll give him 2 minutes just to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the whole video is like 5 minutes and change.
Right, but it was like maybe 2 minutes of apology to Chris. The rest of it was to everybody else. Right? If I did something to you, Joe, and I came on the show, I'm going to apologize to you. Anybody else in my personal family circle, which would be wild because you family to me, right? But anybody else, this ain't the time for me to apologize to y'all. I did this man wrong. I need to talk to him. You know what I'm saying? So if you couldn't get through, your 5-minute video should have just been strictly, because I'm quite sure there was a ton of more questions from fans about him and Chris. And so they strategically picked these questions out of all these fans' questions to guide the narrative. Right? And guess what? You should feel ashamed, because the only way we begin to change is when we acknowledge we did wrong and we're ashamed for the wrong that we did. Then that's when change occurs. So you should want to feel ashamed, but you're still trying to hold on to your I'm Will Smith ego. You should feel ashamed. Right? Because if you're apologizing to all these people in this 5-minute video, that's enough people that you hurt that you should feel ashamed. That's all I'm saying.
I hear you. I hear you. Listen,
call in.
What's up? I'm gonna get into some music. I want y'all to call us up. 516-418 Rise. I see a lot of y'all have some strong opinions in the comments. If y'all want to jump in and call us up, you got a minute to say what you want to say. Whether you agree with Chef or you agree with me, either way, I want to hear from you. 516-418 Rise. You know what I mean? Let's get in here. Let's talk about it, and let's do what it do, baby. All right, let's get into this music, man.
I never really know what to say in the beginning of the song.
Hold on, what? You made this?
Hello, Rob. You say you want to get there. They ask how you do that, then I don't know what to tell ya. Pray your life don't Esther, but my attitude don't Helga. We thought life was popping until we discovered better. Pray your life don't Esther, but my attitude don't Helga. I'm gonna get the time. I'm gonna rock that shine. Not gonna waste no time. I'm gonna get the time. I'm gonna rock that shine. Not gonna waste no time. I made it out of the drought. The rain made me better, my part ain't gon' last. Funny they counted me out. I guess they really just not good with math. Everything that we do it with class. If he ain't holy, I take out the trash. Wait, what? If he ain't holy, I take out the knowing that everything I wanna do, I'ma do, and I'm doing it, walking by faith. I don't got time for no doubters. I press them like powder. I tell them get out of my face. We bout that action like Smiley. We serve Christ, high C. Only one goal, heaven to go. Give it up, that's not lightly. They ask how you do that, then I don't know what to tell ya. Prayer life on Esther, but my attitude on Helga. We thought life was popping until we discovered better. Prayer life on Esther, but my attitude on Helga. I'm gonna get the sign. I'm gonna rock, I shine. Not gonna waste no time. I'm gonna get the sign. I'm gonna rock, I shine. Not gonna waste no time. Please don't waste my time. Love tried turning up in the A. With my faith, know that I do not play. If you got money and you caught up in fame, but ain't got God, how we know that it's lame? How you think you innocent and that's a bummer? We gon' turn up and have a holy girl summer. I'm gonna get the sign. I'm gonna rock, I shine. Not gonna waste no time. I'm gonna get the sign. I'm gonna rock, I shine. Not gonna waste no time. Please, don't waste my time. They ask how you do that, then I don't know what to tell ya. Prayer life on Esther, but my attitude on Helga. We thought life was popping until we discovered better. Prayer life on Esther, but my attitude on Helga.
Hey yo, it's Opto. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. All gas, no break. Do 100 to the sideline. Make room, no face. Scratch the paper to the bin side. I'ma do what I want. I'ma do what I please. Only team that I need. Blood line in the screen like what? Yeah. Whole team got the big dream. Make it see like what? Yeah. We so unaware that we about to dedicate it.
If they want it, then I'm with it. Run this course and then we finish. That's a record, that's a Guinness. I reflect them, that's this image. To the thrones we add longer that mental clap. Essential facts, phones are bad. Study notes, compare the flow, it's that. Mimic that, a living rap that goes in that. That intimidated, heated, made away, vindicated, imitated, eliminated, renovated, senseless, endless, endless, mitigated. Speak up, tell truth, never insinuated. Options, agents, asphyxiated. I'm here, woke, planet, situated. They thirst, history, liquid, irrigated system, family, network affiliated. I go harder, live in water, give me aqua from the father. Seeking deeper, digging all the demons peeping, build a border, peep it, read it, heat the author, drip and mix it, brick and mortar, build them up and push them forward, that's the bloodline, we a part of.
All gas, no break. Do 100 to the sideline. Make room, no face. Scratch the paper to the bin side. I'ma do what I want. I'ma do what I please. Only team that I need. Blood line in the screen like what? Yeah. Whole team got the big dream. Make it see like what? Yeah. We so unaware that but we about to dedicate it. Hit the go.
God, CSG, what up? Hey. Dive deep, got living water in my gene pool. Chose the saint with the rocket hand, lot of haters heated, but the breeze cool. Shall I bring the heat? They like, please do. Then I make it chilly like igloo. Say I couldn't fly when they move. No, they got the beef, I make beef stew. Like, yo, it's easy. Sauced up fettuccine, yo. Ain't got time for the morning. Too excited I made it to the evening. Too strong to be weak about a weekend. All of this drip that I'm leaking. Coming from the fact I've been swimming in the deep end. Graders on my back like a pack I've been keeping, yo. Success like a lack I track, then I leap in. Chair keep dripping like a Jeep in. Graders on the order that I'm sleeping. Fold the flow on soldier mode to keep you sleeping, yo. Me is basic, that's false news. Alarm flow, you can't call snooze. See the set agree that they scared of me, a different pedigree, and they dog food is cash.
All gas, no break. Do 100 to the sideline. Make room, no face. Scratch the paper to the bin side. I'ma do what I want. I'ma do what I please. Only team that I need. Blood line in the screen like what? We so unaware that but we about to dedicate it. Hit the go. Yeah.
You're now listening to the best radio station in the world. Rise Up Worldwide Radio.
Y'all know what it is. Rise Up Worldwide in the building, man. Listen, I just want to give a few shout outs to Genesis Radio. I want to shout out to Yes Hour Radio. I want to shout out to Transformation Radio. I want to shout out His Hop Radio. I want to shout out All About Us Media, which is the radio station that will be on real soon. Listen, making things rock over here. Pun intended. And listen, man, call us up. Call us up. You know what I mean? We out here making things happen for you. We got trying to play the best in music, trying to give y'all the real trending topics. And listen, if you still got something to say about Will Smith, please do not hesitate to call us up. Listen, I want to give y'all a real quick invest in yourself for the week. All right. And it's real simple. This is called Have the Hard Conversations. All right. Have those hard conversations. Here's why. So, what am I talking about when I say have the hard conversations, right? A lot of times, as humans do, we tend to avoid things that are uncomfortable, right? We avoid confrontation with our friends and family for lack of hurting somebody's feelings. We avoid confrontation with our co-workers or potentially our boss. We avoid the hard conversations because of the fear of whatever the backlash, right? We tend to focus on a worst case scenario. In reality, though, what I've learned is that when you address the hard conversations with tact, as long as the other person is reasonable, you can usually have a reasonable conversation to address the hard conversations, right? And, this idea sparked because I was talking with some people this weekend, and we were talking about life insurance, right? And one of the conversations was like, how come a lot of African Americans don't have it? They don't even think about it. I said, honestly, they don't have the conversation. They don't want to talk about it. And it's not just them. It's not just African Americans. It's the Latino community. It affects minority communities the worst, but it happens in every community, right? And I'm just using this as an example. When we don't have the conversations that we need to have, then if something happens, it's always wondering why we didn't do something when we had the chance. Here's what I've learned. When you have the hard conversations, you can plan for the tougher situations. You can set up contingencies if something goes wrong, right? A contingency, life insurance is a contingency plan. Should I pass away, I will leave money to my family and whoever I deem worthy to receive. That's a contingency plan. If you are planning to have a hard conversation with a friend, right? Have the conversation in the most tactful way you can. Say, listen, I got to have a hard conversation with you. Boom, 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 boom. You know what I mean? When can you talk about it? Most of the time, if it's me, let's talk right now. Unless I'm in the middle of something, let's talk right now. What's going on? Let me know. If I can't talk right then and there, give me a few minutes. Let me clear up whatever I'm doing, and I will call you right back. I will meet you right away. Because for me personally, I can't stand that. Can we talk later? You know, I want to deal with it right now. Don't have me worrying about something for 3 weeks or 3 hours when you could have just waited 3 hours. No. But let's have the hard conversations, right? So you can develop a contingency plan. So you can say what needs to be said in a respectful manner so that you can come to some form of agreement or agree to disagree and move on. Because a lot of times, most of the time, the build up to the hard conversation is worse than the actual conversation. It's the anxiety that gets us. We we think is going to be the worst case scenario, but generally most people are reasonable. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you like everyone is reasonable, because everyone's not reasonable, but most people are. Most people, if you can have a conversation with them to tell them your piece and you can respect their piece, we can come to an agreement of some sort where we can work together. If you cannot, there's always the court system where you can settle disputes. But at least attempt to have the hard conversations so you know where you stand. Have the hard conversations about financial planning. Have the hard conversations about your relationships. Have the hard conversations about your business. Have the hard conversations with your children. Have these hard conversations so you can plan for the future. And that's my Invest in Yourself tip for the week. You can't be quiet, Chef. You just over here.
Oh man, no man is as always excellent. Invest in yourself. I think it's real interesting how that invest in yourself, have the hard conversation, actually goes into the first topic of the night that we did, which was this apology.
Yeah.
Right? That's a hard conversation. Most people would rather chant walking through hell with gasoline draws on before they apologize.
Right.
Right? That's a hard conversation to admit you were wrong. It's a hard conversation to admit that in any given situation, both parties could be wrong. Those are hard conversations. And then it goes into something that we've talked about the last couple of weeks. Just on the show, it's come up and in my regular everyday conversations about accountability. Being accountability, that word alone is a hard.
Yeah.
That word alone is a hard conversation, because for you and I to be accountable, it means that other people in our circle have to be accountable as well. You can't have accountability and you don't be accountable. That's a hard conversation to have.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Right? And something that you said as well as like picking your timing and your way to approach this hard conversation. When you having a hard conversation, it's with normally these hard conversations is with people that you know and you love.
Right.
So you have to, if you know and you love these people, then you have to know, okay, if I say it, there is no way they're gonna receive it. Right? So there's some tact involved in having these hard conversations.
Yeah.
But they need to be had. And accountability plays a major part in having these hard conversations.
Yes, absolutely.
Right? And I said it a number of times, and it's something that the Lord has kind of just deposited in me, and it won't go anywhere. When you're having these hard conversations, 90% of the time is both parties is in the wrong. When you need to have a hard conversation.
Yeah.
And the way that the Lord proved this to me was when Adam and Eve sinned, they both got kicked out of the garden. It don't matter who picked the fruit off the tree. It don't matter who bit the fruit first. At the end of the day, the outcome was the same.
Yeah.
They both were banished out of the garden.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it takes an accountable person to be able to look and see, like, wait, this is not a one-party thing. It's not a one-party thing. It's a two-party thing, because that's the way that God created us. That's why we're social people. He created us that way.
Right.
So have a hard conversation. Be accountable, and choose when to have these conversations. That's my piece.
Rest in peace, man. Listen, let's get to some music. When we come back, we're gonna talk about billionaire Bob Johnson asking for reparations. Woo!
A Billy.
Listen, listen, and you know what though? In my opinion, he's not wrong, and I'm gonna leave it at that. Y'all know what it is. Rise up worldwide. Stay tuned. Stay blessed.
Drop like dead, streets being dead, I'm already knowing. First out of cell and back to a cell, I'm already knowing. Struggle for real and back to a cell, I'm already knowing. Drop like dead, streets being dead, I'm already knowing. Smoking his body in Highly. They smoke all his homies, they all day. 305 out the Northwest. Ain't no more serving the truck day. They hop out with shooters, it's young in the shoot. I'm beating the block like from day back to Houston. They calling it Houston. They blind when they shoot. I done lost too much life to be losing. My faith on 100 something. They call me the hope in the streets I can't run from. Got the hope in the reach I can't run from. Came straight out them, but now we up some. I just there for a life, we gon' swap it out. I swear I be spots they be capping by. When touch up my hustle and turn it off. The person be crucial, gon' swap it out. Yeah, cover all that stick talk, cover all that blush. My bro doing fed time, he can't provide shit. You can't do nothing, you sitting in cell. No money for diapers or bed. My nigga be right, they feel in hell. You look in the mirror and look at yourself. I show you your ops for real. Your homie be capping, be cops for real. Let's rob your ops for real. When you ain't graduated, learn nothing, you stick with the stick on your options. Spin a band on the set, spin a band on the set, and these boy be flexing. Imagine you spending on education, imagine you spending on elevation. Flipping the real estate, starting the business, employing the hood, so you pay the attention, see most of these be robbing, serving, stamping, dead in prison. Seeing it again, you know the lack of the business. I had to get on my knees and pray, now I'm ducking them people. Yeah, I'm free from them bars and the pavement. I used to be chained. The Lord is my witness. My Savior and risen, he died for the sinner. I was the chief of the sinner, yeah. The Lord is my witness, my Savior and risen. He died for the sinners and I was the chief of the sinner. Yeah. Drop like dead, streets being dead, I'm already knowing. First out of cell and back to a cell, I'm already knowing. Struggle for real and back to a cell, I'm already knowing. Drop like dead, streets being dead, I'm already knowing. Drop like dead, streets being dead, I'm already knowing. First out of cell and back to a cell, I'm already knowing. Struggle for real and back to a cell, I'm already knowing. Drop like dead, streets being dead, I'm already knowing.
Well, baby, I came from the trap. Now I'm putting my team on the map. I was on to the wolves, so I had to adapt, cause I got the hood on my back. At the age of 15, I was playing with straps and running with shooters and masks. God told me to leave all of that in the past and walk on a holier path. Now I'm finally walking with Jesus, in the spiritual war with these demons. Had to cut off a whole lot of people that walked out on me at the times when I needed them. God took me up out of the streets, so I started investing my time into seeking him. Show respect when you see me, I keep it real. I blew up independent, ain't need a deal. Haters talking, throwing dirt on my name, I'm already knowing. They cannot stop us, anointed by God, I was already chosen. Came up in the trenches, I remember sleeping in the trap with the roaches. Started getting money, lost a lot of homies at the top to get lonely. Hey, Lord, my witness. I just youngin' up out of the city, I'm paving the way, yeah, I had to go get. They hating while I'm getting rich. Hey, Lord, my witness. I came up around shooters and killers, I'm making a change for all of my children. Said I couldn't, but I went dead.
Drop like dead, streets being dead, I'm already knowing. First out of cell and back to a cell, I'm already knowing. Struggle for real and back to a cell, I'm already knowing. Drop like dead, streets being dead, I'm already knowing. Drop like dead, streets being dead, I'm already knowing. First out of cell and back to a cell, I'm already knowing. Struggle for real and back to a cell, I'm already knowing. Drop like dead, streets being dead, I'm already knowing. Yeah.
Everything that Satan took, you know God's bringing it back.
Or now, listening to the best radio station in the world. Rise Up Worldwide Radio.
Everything that Satan took, you know God's bringing it back. My God is a God of restoration, so you know that he's bringing it back. Pastor Parcel, yeah, he's bringing it back. And then I marvel when he's bringing it back. Since I learned the principles of giving, you know me, I'm not living in lack. I learned about just 3 words from my pastor. Giving is living. And if giving is living, then I'm giving and giving. Press down, shake it together, running over. Don't you know that's how man's living? Since I followed the rules of the book, you know I'm hashtag winning. Since I followed the rules of the book, looking at me, I'm not shook. Cause I got Christ with me, and it just lives in me, and it just spreads in me. Brings out the best in me. Now let me just turn to my Bible and read John 3:16. For God so loved the world that he gave his begotten son. That means love just gives. Love gives freely, and it doesn't restrict. For the same measure that you use, it will be measured back to you. The Bible says, honor the Lord with your possessions and with the first fruits. Everything that Satan took, you know God's bringing it back. My God is a God of restoration, so you know that he's bringing it back. Pastor Parcel, yeah, he's bringing it back. And then I marvel when he's bringing it back. Since I learned the principles of giving, you know me, I'm not living in lack. I learned about just 3 words from my pastor. Giving is living. And if giving is living, then I'm giving and giving. Press down, shake it together, running over. Don't you know that's how man's living? Since I followed the rules of the book, you know I'm hashtag winning. Everything that Satan took, you know God's bringing it back. My God is a God of restoration, so you know that he's bringing it back. Pastor Parcel, yeah, he's bringing it back. And then I marvel when he's bringing it back. Since I learned the principles of giving, you know me, I'm not living in lack. I learned about just 3 words from my pastor. Giving is living. And if giving is living, then I'm giving and giving. Press down, shake it together, running over. Don't you know that's how man's living? Since I followed the rules of the book, you know I'm hashtag winning. He who sows sparingly will also reap sparingly, and he who sows bountifully will also reap bountifully. So let each one give as he purposes in his heart, not grudgingly or of necessity, for God loves a cheerful giver. Everything that Satan took, you know God's bringing it back. My God is a God of restoration, so you know that he's bringing it back. Pastor Parcel, yeah, he's bringing it back. And then I marvel when he's bringing it back. Since I learned the principles of giving, you know me, I'm not living in lack. I learned about just 3 words from my pastor. Giving is living. And if giving is living, then I'm giving and giving. Press down, shake it together, running over. Don't you know that's how man's living? Since I followed the rules of the book, you know I'm hashtag winning. Let's go.
You know what it is, Rise Up Worldwide. Make sure y'all follow us on all social media at Rise Up Worldwide. Listen, we're bringing you the best in inspirational music, news, interviews, and trending topics. Listen, let's talk about the big homie. I'm gonna call him the big homie because he's a billionaire with a bully. Robert Johnson, aka Bob Johnson, the founder of Black Entertainment Television, right? That's BET. And listen,
Hey, let me I'm sorry. Let me cut you off for a minute. I was hitting you in the text messages in the chat. You wouldn't pay attention.
Oh, sorry.
But this is urgent news. China is now firing missiles into the Taiwan Strait. This was reported at 11:20 in the Taiwan Strait as part of military drills and exercises in response to Nancy Pelosi's arrival in Taiwan.
Wow.
So I needed to get that in there before we get to this next topic to show that where the times that we are in now and what we need to be doing. The Bible says these things go by fasting and praying.
Yeah.
And while we have all these other things distracting us from things that are really going on, that's really, really detrimental to our lives and the lives of our children, our family, because this could very well be what breaks the camel's back and sparks World War III. Think about it. She's a member of the government, a highly ranked member of the government. And God forbid If she loses her life in this, it's going to start a war.
Man, send me that article, or send me where you're seeing that.
It's something. It's yeah. It popped up because the bro Eshawn Burgundy posted it. So I'm gonna send it to you. I just sent it to you on IG.
Okay, but man, that's so crazy that we're really looking at World War III. We'll see how it plays out. I'm not going to sit here and jump down the rabbit hole and worry just yet. But I will say that don't look good. If nothing else, listen. If everybody that's on Facebook right now, I do give you a warning. Right about now is usually when Facebook to give us issues. So if the stream cuts, it's all right. Move on over to YouTube because we broadcasting live there at the same time. All right. So just want to put that out there. That if we lose Facebook, that's all right. We on YouTube and we on Twitter. We on both of them at Rise Up Worldwide. So holler at us. But listen, let's get back into the current topic, and then we'll talk about China and everything once we learn a little bit more. Like I said, billionaire Robert L. Johnson, aka Bob Johnson, founder of BET, he's calling for reparations for slavery, and he has justifiable arguments. All right, so yes, let's tell a few things. He's a black man. He's a billionaire. He don't necessarily need the money, right? But this isn't about him getting the money. This is about people that look like him getting the money, right? Because it says that reparations would require. Now, this is the article I'm reading from people.com. Reparations would require the entire country to admit that the result of slavery has been 200 years of systemic racism. And for that reason, black folks have been denied 15 trillion of wealth. Therefore, we as a country must now atone by paying black people of all stripes, rich, poor, and middle class, out of our pocket. Listen. Listen.
Yeah.
He's making strong arguments. He said, listen, he's asking for the government to allocate 14 trillion to pay in reparations.
Yeah, that's about 136 million and change, right?
Say it
like
again.
136 million, like 136 million or something per person or something like that.
I don't know what it is per person. But I can tell you that's hefty. I can tell you that much. Man, I have to look up the population of African Americans in this country and divide that by a couple trillion. You know, if you do a quick search of how many black people in the United States, according to Google, there's 41.6 million black people in this country. 40 and a half, excuse me. Let's just say 41, just to give you a nice round number, right?
Hey, how you gonna have?
Say it again.
How you gonna have?
How am I add?
No, how you gonna have something? 40 and a half.
Because, you know, 500,000. Listen, and you know what? Every time I scroll back up on this thing, because I'm trying to read the article, it goes from one number to the next. It went from 40 and a half to now it's 41.6. So let's just say 41, right? 41 million, which is a whole hella lot, right? And let's say 14 trillion. I'm gonna see if my calculator even let me get that high, because that's some numbers you don't see too often. So that's a million, 14 billion, 14 trillion. We're gonna divide that by 41.6. See, I done messed this up. I can't even. My calculator's choking trying to type in 14 trillion. It's crazy. So we're gonna divide that by 41.5. Let's just do that. So if they gave up those payments, right, that comes out to roughly $337,000 per person. So if you have a family of people, that'd be roughly almost $1 million that's given to your household. 337 times 3. You'd be looking at close to $1 million. Right, Chef. Let me ask you something. If you all of a sudden came across 337,000, how would your life change?
Oh, drastically.
Listen,
drastically.
A lot of here's the problem. If they give us that kind of money, giving us financial education, here's what's gonna happen. Gucci, Fendi, Prada, Benz, Cadillac. The price of those things are gonna go up tenfold. They're gonna be the richest companies in the world for about a year, maybe 2. After that, we're gonna be right back in the same situation, or even worse. Because without financial education, without preparing yourself on how to manage money, all they're gonna do is spend it, and they're not gonna actually acquire wealth. If I had 300,000 right now, first thing I'm doing is I'm buying real estate. Off top, I'm gonna pay off some debts, and I'm buying some real estate.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy some land.
You understand what I'm saying? DJ Lost and Found got a really good point. If they won't admit to critical race theory, they're not going to give reparations to us.
Oh, absolutely.
And they're fighting that thing tooth and nail. To tell the truth, listen, I saw an article just earlier today, and before I go into some music, I'm gonna talk about this. What they were doing in the South, they were stealing babies from slaves, tying the babies up to trees or different things, and using them as bait to capture gators.
Yeah.
They were literally using children, black children, as gator bait, so that they can take the gator, cut it up, make wallets and different things out of it. Using children. Yo, that's the most jacked up thing I've ever heard in my life. Gator bait for children. Yo, that thing almost made me sick to my stomach. Like, yo, like they really had no value of our life at all. And you got to be a sick person when you would use a child. When you would use a child to capture an alligator. Because once an alligator locks on, you're not getting out.
Yeah.
Crazy, man.
I mean, man, to here's the thing. The thing is so crazy that with all the atrocities that we've suffered by the hands of them, and still fought wars for them. You know what I mean? It's so disgustingly ridiculous
Mm-hmm.
that you can give billions of dollars to the Jews, you can give billions and trillions of dollars to the Asian communities, you can do billions of dollars in visas and everything for the Africans, billions of dollars to the quote unquote Indians, but the people that you use their children as gator bait, nothing. To the people whom
Nothing.
y'all, one of y'all in y'all demonic, demented mind said that if we get 4 horses and tie ropes to each one of the limbs of this man and ride off in separate directions, how demented do you have to be to think about something like that? How demented do you have to be to think about pouring hot tar on someone's body and throwing feathers on them? How demented do you have to be to hang a man, and even after he's passed away from the hanging, you mutilate him and cut off his genitals? Like, how demented do you have to be?
Yep. Disgusting.
Do that to a human being, man. Forget color, to a human being, bro.
Crazy. So anyway, let's get to some music, man, because you know this gets heavy when you start talking about this crazy stuff, man. So listen, I want to get into this track called "Window Pane" by Deshaun, Shantae, and Ruslan. Stay tuned. Stay
I
blessed.
keep holding on, time for you. Been living with weight, it's time you knew. Though sometimes you hurt, sometimes you lose. But know your worth and how you choose. All I want is love.
Wish I could say I've been more faithful on this narrow path. My guilty conscience still awaits me as I'm reckless with no safety, thinking how long I'ma wear this mask. I'm only hurting myself, I'm only robbing myself, I'm only robbing myself for the opportunity to do what I truly believe, but I do the opposite. Help is what I truly need, indeed. Maybe I will change if I can start to finally see that my actions affect more than just my consequences. And the reason why I feel alone is cause my constant distance from those that really love me and care, but I feel like that they only judge me instead. I'm living 2 different lives and not sure which one is true. When I got a lot of options, but not sure what I'm to do. When I'm around a lot of wolf and sheep, which one of you is getting harder to know the difference and harder to know the truth.
So I look outside my window pane and watch it rain. Oh, and know that I can love again, cause God, you came. I choose. All I want is love. Wonder if I can love again. Love. Look outside my window pane. I choose love. Yeah, me without us. Yeah, no more to discuss.
Yeah. Running for the squad, push the rock like I'm Rondo. Holy Spirit living in my body like a condo. Covered by the blood in this mug like a poncho. Up another level on the devil, this that God flow. Christ came, tell him Christ reigns in the convo. I met my father, guess I gotta let my mom know. I met his daughter through that ring up on a pronto. If we the body, he the head, I call him honcho. Just the elevator, send the hater to the top flow.
Tell the industry that busy me gon' pick the lock though. Kick it in when they see us, I bet their hearts will drop low. It's real hip hop, bro. They say it's not though, but God told us preach his gospel and we will not fall. Yeah, this is payback because since way back they played crap, injecting us with poison like a caged rat. In the laboratory, why you think we stay trapped? But we gon' push this freedom where the mental slaves at.
Really, I'm just trying to get the vibe back. Jesus on my mind, it be like that. Geo went for life, we don't hide that. Messenger for Christ, I'ma die that. You're hating on the squad, darling, way back. I just talked to God, we go way back. Just for the Lord's trying to find a way back. Riding on the devil, call it payback.
Got that living water all around me, get a wash though. We gon' shine brighter, auto body like a car show. I said auto body, hold up, Bobby, that's a bar, bro. Ricky Bobby, hold up, copy, that's a card. My new life better than my old one. I was looking for the static back in 01. I was living hella tragic, having no son. Drew to Christ, knew the life, I ain't gotta owe none.
Ain't nothing like no debt, but my nail net like not yet. Bills coming on the field running, but still nothing, but we don't quit. A lot of y'all in your bag. Ride away, get the two-step. When the squad getting that two-deck, we got it on lock like a vice grip. I got a mission, I reside. Where the truth is, I recline. When it's finished, till that time I play my part, I go AI. Got no time for pretty pie. I don't eat that, give me rye. Better like my appetite, the truth, the light, be the fuel for the payback. I was deep in evil with my carcass. He released the noose beneath my conscience. He removed the tool to help me bondage. He rebuked the foolish and the nonsense. Facing death, the faith, we got to shake that. Fear, we gain the grace beyond the paycheck. Armored up, we fighting time for combat. Devil man, take that back.
Really, I'm just trying to get the vibe back. Jesus on my mind, it be like that. Geo went for life, we don't hide that. Messenger for Christ, I'ma die that. You're hating on the squad, darling, way back. I just talked to God, we go way back. Just for the Lord's trying to find a way back. Riding on the devil, call it payback.
Y'all know what it is. Rise Up Worldwide. Let me tell y'all, Chef Rock be on the topics, bruh. Like, he just be finding all the good topics to talk about. So he sent me an article right before the show started about an Instagram model who's connected to Nick Cannon and Chris Brown. Says she has had AIDS.
Dave East, I found out.
And what?
And Dave East.
And she's had AIDS for 8 to 10 years. Man. Can you imagine, bro? 27 years old. The model's name is Gina T-E-W. G-E-N-A-T-E-W. Revealed on social media her experiences navigating her AIDS diagnosis. And she's been an outpouring of love since that announcement, right? As I mentioned, she's been linked to Nick Cannon, Dave East, Chris Brown. But she says she refuses to expose those who she's been with sexually. So technically, she hasn't slept with Nick Cannon or Dave East or Chris Brown, but she's connected.
We don't know. We don't know. She's not saying anything. But people just know the connection through what they've seen on social media.
Oh man.
I think the most horrible thing is that she's lived with that disease 8 to 10 years, which means that anything anything she's had, any sickness, any bruises, or all the things that come along with that illness, she never went to the doctor.
Right.
Right? Because it's impossible for medical doctors in the 10-year span to not be able to say, hey, this is your diagnosis. It's very unfortunate. It's very unfortunate because I seen a comment by DJ Lost and Found said he's heard of her and she's been around in the industry. So
yeah,
she don't. One of the things she said is she don't know who gave it to her. Right, and the saddest thing for me is to see the video where nurse and her mom was trying to get her to stand up. She can't even stand up, bro. Like she's literally, and this is no shade, bro. Like she's literally the size of a broomstick, bro. Like she's literally skeletal. Honestly.
Wow.
Honestly. And for me, most of y'all know that I went to prison. And when I went to prison, one of the things my older brother told me was do the time. Don't let the time do me. And so with that, one of the programs I took was a program to learn how to be able to facilitate conversations and dialogue and give information about HIV and AIDS, man. And the information that I required, it's a horrifying illness. It's a horrifying illness.
I bet. Wow. That's unfortunate, man. I feel it's terrible because listen, I had a family member that passed away from it. He had HIV, which it turned into full-blown AIDS. But when you have these diseases, all right, it can lead to what they call ARCs, which is AIDS-related cancers. So he developed cancer, and it literally ate him alive. And it's a very, very hard thing to watch. To see somebody you love and care about go from being a strong person to literally frail and brittle and suffering. Because it's a slow death. It's long term. It's it's really one of the worst things. Like I don't know if I would want a slow death like that. Because that amount of suffering is crazy. So, but praise God, he's gone on to another place. I made sure that he accepted Christ before he passed, and that's all you can do. That's all you can do.
Yeah.
So speak more about the what you learned in prison, man, and your how that was.
So yeah, it's a variety of different things that happen with that disease. One of the most well-known ones is that your T in your blood, your T cells in your blood drop. And then you have lesions that come on your skin.
Yeah.
Then you have I can't think of the name, the medical term, but then you have some people like it's almost like you grow hair on your tongue. And then of course you have you have issues with your bones becoming brittle. Then you get something that they call wasting disease.
Wasting disease?
You know
okay.
What I mean? Yeah, wasting diseases is one of the things where like you lose all your muscle structure. And then from your muscle structure, it comes all the way down into, you know, eats away at your fats and all of that. That's why, you know, a lot of people become real, almost like this young lady, like skeletal. You know what I mean? And then, of course, like you just said, art happens. You know what I mean? It's about then you have like organ failures. It's just it's a really it's really really horrifying when you think about it, when you really think about it. And so in this case, this young lady had it unknowingly for up to 10 years, right? And so you're saying to me, in 10 years, being in the industry and around for 10 years, that everyone that she had um, a sexual relationship with use protection. You know what I mean? And that's a hope. But the reality is, and we all know it. The reality is there are those episodes and those opportunities and those situations that happen that you actually don't.
Man.
You know what I mean? And so now you got to think about all the people. Now she did that video, but now the hospitals and the health department has to contact each and every person that she had an encounter with. And then now they got to contact each and every person they had an encounter with.
Right.
So where in the news it says these three men names who may or may not have had a sexual relationship with them, but think about the 6, 7, 8 people that they've had sexual relationships with, and then the 20, 30, 40 people. You know what I'm saying? Right.
Yeah.
They did. She did say in the article that the doctors said they never found anything when she did go to the doctors, and they took pieces of bone and all of these different things. And even that is scary, right? Because that disease is not something that's hard to find.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, and that makes it even scarier. It makes it very, very scary.
These industry people, man, pray, but for the grace of God, there go I. But by the grace of God, because there's so many things that happen to people in this world that could literally destroy them. In any situation, it could happen to you, and that's what we have to be cognizant that all these situations happen, but they could happen to you. So you have to be very, very careful.
Been me.
What you out here doing, right? It could have been me. Could have been anyone of us. So I just pray God does what He does in her life. If I pray that He chooses to restore her, and I pray that she gets the help that she needs. But listen, family, we're coming up on the end of the show. I'm gonna end this out on some music, but I did want to shout y'all out for rocking with us. Big shout to DJ Lost and Found with the crazy album. Susura 2 coming out in September. It's gonna be just listen, a lot. They say the sophomore releases are usually not as good, but I don't think that's gonna be the case here, man. My man killed it. So big shout to him.
Not for bro. That joint is woo.
Shout out to Randy. He Brazil Designs. They do all the dope artwork that you see. He did the website, all that stuff, man. He makes us look good, you know what I mean? So big shout to Randy. We appreciate you, bro. Praise God for you, man. And listen, if y'all need some graphic design work and you need some dope logos, websites, my man will put you on and make it happen. All right. He will definitely make it happen for you. So listen, we're gonna end us out on the night. Of course, we've been talking about bro like all day, so I might as well end out on one of his new joints. It's called Foolish. That's Steve Rizzo and Bumps INF. So y'all know what it is, man. We will see y'all next week on the same bat time, on the same bat channel, rocking out. We love y'all. Stay tuned. Stay blessed.
Peace.
Yeah, ayy, it wasn't me that put me in this position. God showed the signs and I'm the one that paid attention. Yeah, that's it, ayy. God bless me with a gift. He don't run on front lines, he the type to take a hit, yeah. On this journey I embark, I'm just doing my part. I'm firm guarding my heart. God set us apart. We taking God to the charts. He a real life superhero. I ain't talking Tony Stark. Check this. Repeat the message. Now we counting blessings. I'm happy where I'm at, homie. I ain't stressing. Promise came in my life. I know that's God testing. Every hard point in my life, that was the lesson. Look, I got a question. Are you the one that's in control, or you sit on sidelines while God plays raw? I got a question. Have you ever played a fool? You be thinking that it's you, but God gave you the tools.
Yeah. The fool thinking I can do it. I really play the fool thinking I control. Lord, it was all with you through the highs and the lows. I really play the fool, but here you are.
I miss my fair share of shots that I take. So it's easy to think I cannot get a break. In this game of life, I got too many watching me play. So I gotta be mindful on how I respond to the hate. Anyone that's heard my music knows the obvious trait is my shortcomings, cause I choose to put mine on display. Never been perfect, nah, I'm not finna fake. Just know I mean it when I say, homie, if not for his grace. Yeah, cause I desperately just need it. Played the fool too often with my recipe in Jesus. Too many times that I have left you in my weakness. Only to return, I'll need some rescuing from Egypt. It's either that or I'm still walking in the wilderness. Help me follow you, cause I know that your will's the best. So when the times where I'm reminded that I'm still a mess, just help me chill, cause regardless how I feel, I'm blessed.
The fool thinking I can do it. I really play the fool thinking I control. Lord, it was all with you through the highs and the lows. I really play the fool, but here you are. Oh, I really play the fool, thinking I could do it. I really play the fool, thinking I control. Lord, it was all with you through the highs and the lows. I really play the fool, but here you are. Oh, Lord.
You're now listening to the best radio station in the world. Rise Up Worldwide Radio.